And the word here, it's interesting because one of the words for testing is adversity, and we also have another word that's linked to that, and that is adversary. What does that mean? When the enemy does all his stuff, God is still using the enemy as a tester for your faith. Sometimes you had teachers you didn't like, and they were a bad teacher. They could have been bad or they could have been tough. And you didn't like those teachers. They tested you. But you know what? God turns the enemy against his will into a teacher. Not that anything else is good, but he uses him as a teacher to test you. Even though it looks horrible, it's God using it for your good. The ultimate test is from God. Even what the enemy does, and even when it's the enemy, okay, it's the enemy, but God is above the enemy. And God is using that in your adversity. The word temptation is also linked to test. The same word temptation also means test, or one of the words there. So when you have that temptation coming up, know that it's not just a temptation, it's a test. God is watching. The angels are watching. How about that? You turn on the internet. God is watching. The angels are watching. What do you do in private? The angels are watching. God is watching. It's a test. Is it going to pass? The angels are rooting, saying, come on, do it. Resist it. In good times, bad times, tempted. Test. God's seeing what you turn down or what you say. You're all going to be tested. See, in those ways, we're tested all the time. What do you do when you're in a trial? What do? Do you panic? He tells you here, James 10, the word is hupameno, which means, blessed is the man who does this. Blessed is the one who does. It means keeps on, keeps going, remains. Doesn't give up, keep standing. It means keeps on running, keep on going. When you're being tested, don't give up, don't get discouraged. You're in a test. It's a good thing. It hasn't stopped. The purpose of God hasn't stopped. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. It's a test. Go through it. Keep going. Keep going. The one who's going to be blessed is the one who keeps going. Don't get discouraged. In fact, the best thing you can do is go forward even stronger. See, it's like that oh yeah thing. The enemy says, I'm going to stop you. You say, oh yeah, I'm going to go even more because of that. Hang on there. All the more because of that. You did this. All the more I'm going forward in God. Keep your eyes on God. That will bring you far closer to God than 100 seminars, 100 Bible schools. How do you pass the test? Let's get help from another student. The other one, we're going to look at another student of God. Very successful. His name was Shaul or Saul, Paul. 1 Corinthians 10. And this is what it says. And this guy, he passed so many tests here. No temptation, verse 13, no temptation has overtaken you except that which is common to people. And God is faithful. He will not allow you to be tested beyond what you're able. But with the temptation, will provide the way of escape that you may also be able to endure. How can you pass the test if you don't have a test to pass? So the promise is not, it says God will not, the promise is not that he won't have tests for you. You won't be tested. The promise is that he will never allow you to be tested above your ability in him. Think about that. You are never going to have a test in your life that is above your being able to pass it. Never. Never. But with the temptation, God will be faithful to you. And remember that, Lord, you are faithful, you will be faithful, you will get me through, you are faithful. If he will not allow you to be tested beyond your ability to pass, what does that mean? It's a promise. Let's take this. Take this as an encouragement. Whatever you go through, what it means is it's telling you that you are able to pass that thing. Think about that. You're being tempted. What it's telling you is you can turn down that temptation. There is no test that you cannot, that's given to you, that you will have, that you can't pass.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.